Hi there, my name's Maestro Shelley. I'm Music Director of Canada's National Arts Centre Orchestra, and this is a message for everybody involved in Sistema New Brunswick. First and foremost, I hope you're safe and well and looking after yourselves. And I'm making this video in order to send you all the very warmest wishes from our orchestra, from our administration and staff. We're thinking of you, and we think back with such great fondness on the visit we made in 2017 as part of our Canada 150 tour around all the provinces and territories. I hope that many of you were involved. Some of you may not have been, but it was a beautiful day or couple of days where we rehearsed together and where we performed side by side. It really is very firmly in our memories as a very special part of that Canada 150 tour. Being at home at a time like this for musicians is hard. We're used to coming together in groups and playing with one another and for one another. Communication and being together is such an important part of who we are. So I hope that you're all managing, and I hope that you're not too sad not to be all together as you belong. And I wanted to offer you a couple of tips perhaps for how to use this time. I know that when I'm at home and I'm not able to perform, it's a great time to get ahead with study, and I'm trying to do that. I'm looking forward in my diary to pieces that I feel like I need to refresh or new pieces that I need to learn. And for you, perhaps it's also a great chance. So first and foremost, if there are pieces coming up that you're going to be playing with Sistema that you've never heard before or don't know very well, it's a great time to maybe dig out a recording. You can use one of the many different streaming services out there, or YouTube. You go to the NAC website, we have lots of music available there. And listen in to these pieces that you're learning and get to know them, because as I'm sure you all have experienced, when you know a piece and you're sitting in the middle of the orchestra, it's always easier to coordinate with other people because your instincts are quicker. Your reactions are quicker to what's going around you. If you're hearing a piece for the first time in a rehearsal, it's all the more difficult to orientate. So do that. That would be a suggestion. And also when you practice, make sure that you really focus. It's tricky when you're just at home on your own, trying to find the focus and the concentration to practice effectively. But if I can give you one tip, even if you're just playing a single note on your instrument, whether you're playing a wind instrument or a string instrument or a percussion instrument, invest all the concentration and focus you can in that note. It's very easy for us musicians to think, oh, you know, it's about the hours that we put in and not the concentration, but that's a big mistake. And I'll explain why. If you play a note incorrectly, if you play it out of tune, if you play it with a bad attack or a bad centering of the sound, one of the things you're doing is actually ingraining physically and psychologically that false playing into your system, and that's something that we can easily avoid if we play every note that we play on an instrument with concentration and focus and real care. So even if you only play 10 notes, but you play each one with perfection, you've really achieved something. If you play 100 notes and none of them is really focused or centered, then actually you've taken a step backwards. So even though that sounds really dull and stressful, I hope it's a useful piece of advice to you. Just concentrate, focus, and what you do it with love, care, and attention. I hope you're staying in contact with your friends and the community of Sistema New Brunswick. It's such an amazing group. I had such a wonderful time there. Such a beautiful place, such a great community. Ken McLeod is extraordinary. Tony Delgado is extraordinary. You have such a wonderful team. The dedication of all the staff is breathtaking. And I hope you're all managing to stay in contact, and you're looking forward to that moment where you can breathe together and think together and empathize and make music together. It's going to be very special. I know I'm looking forward to that moment with my musicians at the National Arts Centre. So I send you, on behalf of all the musicians, lots and lots of love and warmest best wishes. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and yeah, be well.